What's good, y'all? It's your boy Eru, host of the Knicks podcast. I got a special guest today. Finally back doing the Diehard Has a Friend series. This is actually my first guest that I've ever had on the podcast. He's actually a big star for me. We was talking behind the stage, but I'm looking for various different things to show you some of the stuff that we did in the past, man. But I didn't get a chance to let him know that what I think about him, man. But he's on the show now, so. Without further ado, this is my man Hoodie Vince. I'm just bringing him right up in here. What's good? What's good, Hoodie?
What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? E, how you feeling, brother?
Chilling, man. Like I was saying, I'm digging through the crates looking for the old pictures and footage and stuff. But I forgot to tell you that I admire, of course, a lot of Knicks fans admire you just based off of for those that go to the Garden, they'll see you around with gear and stuff. So like, who is that guy? That's Hoodie. That's Hoodie Vintage right there. Who? Hoodie. You know what I'm saying? I think that's probably like the first conversation me and you had, like talking about your name and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate you having this platform. Giving me the love. I admire what you do too, man. Taking this and taking it to the next level and whatnot. So it takes a grind, man. So hustle, respect a hustle, man. Grind, respect the grind. You know what I mean? So you already know what it is. It's all love.
Yeah, definitely, man. So let me get you up here. This is your Instagram page for those that can see it. Like I said, you know me. This is like last minute kind of thing that I always do. This is my man here. I always at you got season tickets for the Rangers, Knicks, and Jets, right?
Yeah. So I just hopped on with the Rangers and whatnot. I was going to like a lot of games last year. I went to like 20 games. I kind of started off watching hockey with my pops. My pops was the only black hockey player in high school. He went to Cardinal Hayes. You know what I mean? He was a right wing, number 16 and all that. So as a kid, I knew about the hockey and whatnot. So I jumped on that wave. So recently I was taking them to the playoff games and all that. And they was beating me in the head with the prices, man. It was like $300 a ticket to stand up. They had like a secret link and all that. Like the Cowboy Stadium, they got the stand-up section. So the Garden opened up a stand-up section just for the playoffs. So I'm like, I ain't want to go through that process again. Secret links, got to meet with this rep, that rep. This rep don't got to connect. So I'm like, let me just get a little 10-game package, 11-game package. So that when the playoff tickets come, I'll be good money. Because that atmosphere in the Garden is crazy, man. The Garden get crazy, man. I was there at Game 7, first round versus the Penguins. They won in overtime. I'm like, I need the Knicks to get back to this, man. We need Game 7, Knicks in the Garden, man, because that Ranger Garden energy can't be matched.
Yeah, so, definitely, man. Does it ever get old though? Because I know you do. You've been at basically a lot of games, like you just said, and you're always there. Does the energy ever get old?
Nah, that's the crazy part, man. I feel like a little kid. Like even when we be like, when I be in platforms with other, diehard Knicks fans, it's like, man, like when I come in the Garden, man. I was there for that 17-game win. What was that before Porzingis? Yeah, I was there, man, and I was just like, it was a lot, but I just be happy to be there, like to be at the Garden every day. It's like I feel like it's like my first time. It's like I'm just happy to be there. Sometimes that could be problematic because you got other people that throw the jabs. Like I'm one of the people that like. All my people say, like, I'm the guy. Dolan likes people like me. Like, they just going to get my money no matter what. But I'm just like, bro, you at the Garden, man, the world's most famous arena. Like, we here. Like, not being cocky, but it's like a blessing. Like, a lot of people don't even got the opportunity to do what they, want to do. So I'm just going to keep being naive, keep supporting, and, hopefully we turn things around.
Well, it's a sickness though. Like, just like this, like I got the microphone. Like you said, the first time I wish I had the footage, man. But like the first time that me and you actually ever met, I actually pulled up to the Bronx with all my equipment, set it up in the park. The Parks Department looking at me like, "What's this guy doing?" I had my mics. I had two mics. I had a mixer. I had a computer. Right. I gave you a mic and all that. It was dope. So I mean, when you saw that, because I saw you coming from afar. When you saw that setup, what did you think?
I'm like, my man, he mean business, man. He made a little chest thing in the park, made his whole little office right there. So that just showed the grind right there, though. I respect it, man. Me personally, I'm not a tech guy. I don't know what I'm doing, but I can respect it, man. So when I see him, I'm like, oh, you mean business, man. Because I'm stuck in the era. I thought he was just gonna be on the phone or something like that. You know what I mean? Like recording. But you showed me like it was legit. This is the real.
Well, when I first started, I had big dreams, because this is before COVID and all this, right? So, I had dreams that I was gonna go to locations and just set up and just do stuff. So, you're the first one to do. So, I mean, I had a great experience with you. I went and met a couple other people too. I told a story before how somebody ghosted me. I actually went somewhere with my equipment, and it was supposed to be for something official. but they just kind of left me in the wind, kind of. That's a long story. But I was just doing it, carrying my equipment. So that's like
Yeah.
yeah.
Now
So
you gotta respect the hustle, man. I ain't gonna. I don't ghost people, man. That's this new era, man. I don't even ghost people, man. I just
yeah,
let you
yeah,
know what it is, man.
yeah. Well, I mean, like with the gear and stuff, like so you totally get it because you have all this gear and like you actually resell now and you just
Yeah,
throughout the years you was telling me about back in the days how you was doing this in college, collecting all the gear and stuff. Right?
yeah. Off camera, we was talking about I was like the next guy in college, man. I had an Antonio McDyess jersey, man. We got McDyess, you know what I mean? And I'm kind of mad at myself because I used to trade in and all that. I traded with my boy for some Air Max, man. Them Air Max is done too. I think it was the neon. No, it was the orange ones. And I kind of want to low key hit him up, like, yo, you still got my McDyess, man? So you had the McDyess, had the Allen Houston. But I ain't come from when I was younger. I used to wear the other teams, so I kind of stopped that. Like I had a Canby joint when he was on the Denver with the
Yeah,
foam posits, the foam posits and the flight posits to match. I had a
yeah,
silver Duncan, with the silver flight posits. So yeah, I used to wear the different teams, man. But you know what I mean? I had to dead that, man. I had to dead that. So it's straight Knicks, man.
yeah. That was the era though. That was the jersey era. You're talking about like early 2000s, maybe like late 90s.
Yeah, man. Everybody had a jersey, man, like dresses, man. Everybody had a little jersey dress on, man. Baggy
Yeah,
clothes, baggy pants, everything. So yeah, I've been doing this little Nick stuff for a while. It just more recently, during the COVID and all that, working, they had you working from home. So I used to people telling me what to do, like you gotta stay home, you know what I mean? So I kind of took the fanboyism, so to say, and made it a little more legit. Start posting online, on Etsy. I was on eBay, but I didn't really like the fees and all that. And a lot of times, not to be cocky and nothing like that, but it's just like I like to see people wearing that, vintage gear because it kind of brings back like the good times. Like, you know
right.
what I mean? So it's like it hasn't been too good recently. I know we had the fourth C recently, but I'm 90s, you know what I mean? So I kind of want people like wearing that, 90s, retro Knicks gear, and go through the history and all that. So I'd be hyped, man, if I see somebody with some vintage stuff on. So yeah, I took it
Yeah,
seriously. Instead of being a fanboy, man, I used to have closets, where I'm at right now. My spot used to have mad stuff. I had stuff in my pop spot. I actually still got some stuff there too, with a commercial was shot and all that on MSG Network. But I recently, about 3 years ago, when the COVID stuff happened, I got a storage unit. So yeah, when you're paying that bread, like I said earlier, man, I'm spending like 300 on storage, and it's like,
yeah.
yo, this is serious now. Like I got to take this serious. So yeah, business is going well, man. Business is definitely going well. I did a lot of numbers during the fourth seed season. The fourth seed season, man, I made like 450 sales, man. I had dudes hit me up in Atlanta, like, yo, I need something Saturday game 3. I'm running shipping and express, like, yeah, I gotta get you straight. So yeah, man, it was definitely fun, man, and it's something I like doing. So at the end of the day, with vintage stuff, it don't necessarily go out of style, so to say. So
Right.
everybody's not into vintage, but I love the Knicks regardless. So, and I'm a hoarder, so it's a bad thing. So I always had this prom, came from my pops, from my grandma, man. They don't throw nothing away. I seen my
Right.
grandma this summer, man. She lived in a small town called Thomasville, Georgia. It's actually where Charlie Waters from. I went to his
Right.
camp and all that. And she was having me dusting off some lamps. I'm like, Grandma, I wanted to yell at Grandma, like, throw this like 10 lamps. You know what I mean? What you need 10 lamps for? But it kind of made me think, like, somebody can say the same thing with me, man. I got, a bunch of jerseys and stuff. Some of the stuff is dusty. You would probably tell me to throw it away too, but to me, it's like it's gold. Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely is like you could hear the passion in your voice just from all the for just talking about vintage stuff. It just Knicks in general, the stuff that you've been through or whatever. Right now, I got actually the commercial that you not a commercial. You actually did a whole segment on New York One. This is recent,
Yeah.
right? October 6th, just
Yeah,
the other
yeah,
day.
yeah. No. Not, that was that was last year. Shout out to my girl Stephanie. Yeah, Stephanie Simone. Yeah, from New York One. That was during the fourth C, the fourth C. So she came to the
Okay,
storage unit and whatnot. She came to the new cave, and I just showed her all my different pieces. And she
okay,
went to the IG and all that, and seen the videos and the pics. So I used to travel a little bit more to go see the as you see right here with some of the vids and pics. I used to travel to a couple games, like the games in Philly I used to go to, obviously Barclays, and I love when we take over the Barclays. I used to go
yeah.
to the games in Miami too. That used to be my little
Well,
reason to take a fake
I want to ask you about
vacation.
the Miami because in this video it shows the mascot was messing with you. You had the
Yeah,
finger in the mascot's
yeah,
eye
man.
and stuff. Tell me about
Yeah,
that story, man.
me and him. What's his name? Bernie, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
Bernie, man. Me and Bernie was beefing all night, man. He was going around, what I mean, pointing out the Knicks fans. So, you see me, we had a little exchange. It was all fun, man. As long as they didn't throw the cake at me. Because sometimes I don't know if that stuff be scripted or not. Like, I feel like sometimes they just be doing it, like violating. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I'm looking at the pictures and I remember the video. So you had your finger up in the guy's eye hole. So I was like, yo, did it come to fisticuffs or whatever? Or did he whisper something to you? Like, yo, man, get your
He went around. He had his eye on me though. He noticed me from far. Like, he came specifically, to me. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's all good. I actually had another experience too, not in this video, but in Philly. I forgot the Phillies mascot. The Philly mascot sprayed me. He sprayed me. I forgot what the stuff is called. He sprayed me. Yeah, man.
Oh, the silly string?
Yeah, the silly string. He sprayed me, silly string too. This is early process years when everybody was injured. It's like 2016.
Yeah, I don't play with the silly string, man. They start throwing because that stuff is toxic, whatever. Sometimes it gets into your skin or your clothes that ruin your stuff. So,
the crazy thing about you say that too, there's a guy in the background that's like, hey man, that's a starter jacket. He's like, that's his stuff. But I mean, it was fun to me, man. It was fun, man. I was, talking, belittling him and all. It was funny, man. I was like, my man's in the background, like it was when we had Robin Lopez. Like, yo, we about to get Robin on you. Robin set it on the mascots and all that. So yeah.
Oh yeah, he used to get the wrestling. He used to do wrestling moves and stuff on
each one of them. Yeah, so it's about to get Robin, and we were saying close too. It was cheap too in Philly, man. This is before what they are now. So I mean, for like $100, you could sit like fifth row and just let them have it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was good times. I also been to Orlando too. I went to Orlando arena as well. So,
what's your favorite arena?
I mean, of course, Madison Square Garden, but on the road, I've only been to like 6 of them. I've been to Phoenix one too. Phoenix one was love, man. It was like a high school gym, but it was just the vibe, man. It was just like the whole city was just like happy, man. Everybody was happy, man. So, but for me, I'm gonna say Miami. And the reason I'm gonna say Miami, right? It's gonna sound bad. It's a little left right here, right, man? But they got a club in the arena.
I know.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I bought a random date. This is the only, and the girl was hot too. This is the only time I was tight. I bought a date. Right. I'm like, bro, they had an arena, and I mean, it was like IG model galore, and they was by themselves too. Like, I don't know, they, how sometimes they trying to pull a player or whatnot, but on that second level, they had a whole club, and I'm like, my silly ass bought a chick. What's wrong with me? But yeah, Miami, it's crazy.
Yeah, Miami, the fans to me in Miami are trash, man. Because I mean, they're not like us, like you're talking about the gear and stuff and all everything that you've been through as a Knicks fan. Miami fans don't have that because they to me, they're like some of the most privileged fans in sports. So once they get there, they're not really into the team. They just really, okay, we got Wade, we got LeBron or whatever's going on. Even before we got Lonzo and this, that, and the other, but they're not thinking about the game. They're thinking about South Beach after the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're thinking about partying. That's just the culture down there. It's a whole different mindset.
I mean, playing devil's advocate, they got it right where it's at. You could go outside, it's right there. Like,
you can't front. You can't front with that.
Yeah, man. It's tough though, man. It's like the best of both worlds, but yeah, I mean, just in general, I don't think people are really that loyal, honestly. I mean, I think New York Knicks fans we're a different breed, sort of say. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's really hard to compare to these other fans, man. You know what I mean? I mean, Miami's been blessed with some championships, you know what I mean, which disdains my heart to say, but yeah, the arena will be half filled. You know what I mean? So they're not like us, man. They fugazi, man.
Yeah, definitely. Even that time when when Houston hit the shot and stuff, that 5-game series, whatever. Like I feel like even back then, I feel like that was just our place because we just we ransacked them. All we need is a decent team, and I feel like teams like that, like even Philly and like teams like Charlotte and stuff like that, where there's a lot of transplant New Yorkers there. There's no way that they have a chance against us if we have a good team, man. So.
Wow. I agree.
Yeah, it's funny. I found it.
Yeah.
So I'm like looking for it. Like this was actually September 2019. So this is the era there. So I'll just put this up on the screen. This is a little bit. Let me just click that. So this is me here. That's the original Diehard Knicks thing. This is the atmosphere from the podcast, right in the park. The guys just finished eating chicken and smoking weed and all kind of stuff. They, and then the parks department people came in there and cleaned it up and stuff. But this is actually before I saw you, man. So it's crazy stuff. Time flies, man. Because I mean, like I feel like because after this we actually played basketball. So this was my original setup.
Son was grinding. He was grinding.
It was crazy. Like, could you imagine? Like,
I forget.
Now I was gonna say like it's kind of naive, you know. That's what I was gonna say. It's naive to be out there with all that stuff, not thinking anything is gonna happen to me, you know.
Yeah. Now the Parks Department is like, bro, what more mess? They thought he's about to cause another mess. That's probably what it was. You look at the background, yeah, man. The chicken and everything. We gotta take care of our parks, man. No littering, man. No littering.
Yeah, man, because people got to do podcasts and stuff. I got my
Yeah.
little Chromebook. I had 2 mics. I
Yeah.
had extra stuff there, you know.
Yeah, we was ready, man. We was ready.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. So you had a thing for a while that you were like you were actually like just shooting. You had this routine. How long did you do that? Because I remember this is the park that you used to do it. You can see it in the background. But
Yeah,
how long
yeah.
did you do that?
I did that for about 2 years. So during warm weather, I had a little mental thing in my head. Anything over 40, I could exercise, like little thick exercise, right? So I
Yeah.
just did it for active, like to stay active. So like I do my little shooting drills where I like, throwing a ball off the glass, every shot, take 20, 25 shots and like doing the intervals, different sessions and whatnot. So just trying to keep a pace with the young boys, man. Because when I come out there in them courts, man, the young boys be having the energy, man. I be getting outworked and all that. So as you get
Yeah.
older, is one thing that's never gonna go away is your shot. So as a kid, Allen Houston was my favorite player. So I just wanted to be Allen Houston, just face up. So I'll play one-on-one with somebody or shooting around. It's the same thing, the shooting drills. Just get the ball, shoot. Only thing I do, I double check though. I double check so I don't want you to think I'm cheating or not. You're gonna get this J in your face. But yeah, I was just trying to, stay active and whatnot. I haven't been doing it this summer, man. The knees is giving out on me, man. But I'm gonna get it together, man. I went to Planet Fitness yesterday. I gotta start working on my lower body, working on my repetition and whatnot. I had to get back on the court, man. I got cooked the other day. I wasn't feeling it, man. But it happened.
So you actually played. You actually played recently.
Yeah. I played recently, man. I was up like 11-3, 11-4, man. I'm hitting all threes. I might have took one like mid-range. I'm taking tough shots too. I'm hitting them, but just that energy, man. I don't got the energy no more, man. I gotta pace myself. So yeah, you gonna remind me to get back on those videos, man. I haven't done a video in a while, man. And honestly, the reason I was doing the videos, not even was like on IG to show off, is that people always critique my form and like my lift off, so to say. So I was really doing it to make sure I kept my form the same, so to say. Because I got a thing where like my arm kind of flails out this way. You know what I mean? So I kind of wanted to keep it straight. Like I always wanted to shoot like Allen Houston. People always make fun of my form. So I'm like, yo, let me see what they talking about. Because when it go in, gotta be cocky, but when it go in, you could get, how my Marcus Camby, how he shoot the best, but it will go in, so to say. Yeah, pull it up. Yeah, man.
And we got some footage here. This is from your IG here.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is that I don't be recording them. I'll be doing my own shooting thing. But when they come and don't know they being recorded, you're gonna get cooked. And the people gonna see that little fadeaway. Look at that. You're gonna see that.
Listen, I need to know though how many days straight, because you was doing it every single day, and I freaking like lost track, because it was like every time I saw you, it was like motivation for me to get my ass up and go do something, because at the time when I met you, you could see the picture. I look physically different than I look now, but at the time I thought I wasn't in shape, but I was like borderline in shape at the time. Right now I'm completely out of shape, but how consistent were you with this? It had to have been like months that you was doing this.
Yeah, I was going out there. Yeah, I was going out there almost every day. So, COVID, I actually felt like this is bad. The same park people you said that was looking at you. I remember New York City, they took the rims down.
Yes.
I feel like in my park, I was one of the reasons they took the rims down, because I was there every day. And in this park right here, Hayfin Park, Valley in the Bronx, there's a down court with 2 courts. So one day I came up here, they took down these courts. I went down court. They took down that court. Then I would come out here and just practice with no backboard, just aiming for the square area, the square area. Because, during COVID, I didn't want to be in the house all day. And I'm a single dude. I live alone. Like, I got family to live near me, but, I'm home all day. I wasn't used to that. So I was like, let me just stay active, go to the park. And I like doing something I like. You like doing what you like doing. I like playing basketball. Not the best, but just, staying active at it, so to say. It's hard for me to, like, go to the gym for 2 hours or run. Because, it's cool, but it's not fun like basketball,
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I was there. See, right here in the background is snow and all that. Anything under 40, anything over 40 I could do. Once it's below 40, I couldn't do that. And it's repetition because, like, just trying to stay active, and just like I'll play. I'm not really a dribbler. Just pull up, shoot. So, I can play my little part. Don't get exposed too much on defense and do what I do,
Yeah. That's a good segue for the Knicks, man, because I've been on this channel. I've been really snapping on guys like Mitchell Robinson and stuff like that because there's certain things that say for like Mitchell Robinson, he doesn't improve, man. Like his free throw shot, he hasn't really improved. Like little nuances around the basket, he hasn't improved. So it drives me crazy because somebody like you that's not a professional basketball player, he was freaking doing that shit for months. I'm trying to tell you, like for people that don't really understand, he was literally like it was like clockwork. You can go on Instagram and see him on IG stories just going crazy. Like every day, like around 10 o'clock or so, he would be on there shooting. So that's motivation for me. So that's a regular person with a regular job and things of that nature. How do you find the time to do that? But then these NBA players, they can't get better year to year. I don't get it.
You know what it is, Ego? I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm a devil's advocate guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you in the gym by yourself or shooting around by yourself, it's agua, right? I'm gonna tell you a quick story. So last year I got picked. My boy actually got picked. Shout out to my boy Howie. He go to the games with me and all that. And he got picked to shoot on the court, to do the little all-star drill, run around and all that. So you see I'm in this video. I'm saying that to say, you seen this videos, I'm hitting all them shots. Man, I was like 1 for 7, man. I missed the layup, everything. I think the pressure when you be around people is just like when you with your homies or you in a park and you in local wild, you could go crazy. Like I didn't hit 10, 12 shots in a row. I'm by myself in the park, you know what I mean? But when people come around, it's different, man. So I had to hit that 3 in the guard. I hit it at the end. I won the 500, man, but I was like 1 for 6, 1 for 7. And when I be in the park doing a little drill, sometimes I do the little Dame shots, that's equal to NBA range, in the park. I be hitting them. Yeah. But I was missing. I didn't even want to look at the crowd, man. DJ Premier was there. I think Justin Tuck was there. CJ Mosley, Fat Joe. Man, I dribbling the ball looking down, missed the layup. Then I had to do the pass. They got to run down, shoot a 3. So I'm like, yo, these dudes, they be doing it, in they gym. You see, like you said. But I think the people aspect of it, I think it plays a part with Randall too. Look what Randall did in that year with nobody there, with 2,000 fans.
Right. He was like a Terminator.
Yeah. Or even the Lakers. Like I'm hating on the Lakers Mickey Mouse chip. I don't think there's fans there. I don't think they win that. I don't think it plays out like that. So I think fans play a big role. It's so bad nowadays, it's controversial, but fans are getting kicked out left and right, man. It's like the mental thing, having the people there, then the heckling. It's getting a little soft, man. I almost got kicked out last year messing with Trey, man. They almost kicked me out messing with Trey, yeah.
They almost kicked you out?
They almost kicked me out, man.
Wow.
I almost got kicked out twice, man. One time with Montrezl Harrell and one time with Trey. The one with Trey, I got lucky. They upgraded me. They had an HBCU night. So then I went to Virginia State. So they put me on the screen and all that. So it was the Kemba game. When Kemba, the Montrezl Harrell one was the Kemba game. When he went crazy and all that. So they moved me down, right? Long story short, me and Montrezl, he going crazy. So you know what I mean? And I'm talking back to him. He like, yo, you paying to watch me play, which is false. Like I could give a damn about. He was on the Wizards. And I'm like, the fourth quarter, I made him mad. I'm like, but it's fourth quarter, but you on the bench with me. It's fourth quarter. You on the bench with me. It's crunch time. Why you here? Yo, he got up. He got up. And security came. Man, security was all around us after that, man. It was everywhere. That was the game where Kemba, had 44 one night. But the Trey Young video, the Trey Young game was, I messed the stories up, but the Trey Young was the HBCU night. They moved me down. We was up, right? So we went in. I'm on this jumbo. I'm happy. HBCU night. Virginia State, I'm here. Blah, blah. They moved me down third quarter. Man, we start losing. So as soon as I sit down, Trey Young is talking smack to fans and complaining to the refs. I'm like, stop crying. Within 2 minutes, one security tapped me. I know him too. He tapped me and was like, chill. And I'm like, all right. Then Atlanta Hawks staff sat over me. You know, like you said over your kid and be like, you say something to our guy one more time, we're kicking you out. And I'm like,
who did that?
One of the Atlanta Hawks staff.
Really?
Yeah, he stood over me. He's like, yo, you say something to our guy one more time. I sat right next to the player's bench. And I'm like, bro. Matter of fact, they got it on TNT. Like I had the sick face, like a meme, like Knicks fans up at half or something like that. It's a meme. If you go to YouTube and type in Trey Young kills Knicks or Knicks, I'm one of the dudes that pop up. They call me a TNT, just sad face. And the reason I was sad, besides us losing, I'm like, bro, he's gonna come back to the bench, say something to me. I'm gonna say something back, and I'm gonna get kicked out. It's kind of crazy. It's like, bro, like, it do work. They're not Knicks players.
Like, I would have got kicked out. I'm sorry, I would have got kicked out.
Yeah.
Because my thing is, if somebody comes on to me and say you say one more thing, well, that's it to me. To me, now I snap. Now that it's like cool. I'm just chilling watching the game. I would snap there. So I mean, kudos to you for not doing that.
Yeah, man. I practice, sanctuary, keeping self calm throughout the years. A lot of broken remotes and all that. So yeah, man. I'm thinking he's gonna come to the bench. Like I'm directly like 8 feet from him. I'm like, yo, he's gonna say something to me, and I'm gonna get kicked out. I'm not gonna be able to come back. They're gonna make it a big thing in the news because it happens with everybody. Like I know seen the video a couple years ago when Westbrook pointed 20 rows up and was like, "Get the fan," and I'm like, bro, what is this? Right. I didn't say nothing crazy, man. I was just like, yo, I'm matter of fact, I think I record it. When I sit close, I got like a little kid. I record everything, the cheerleaders, all that. You know what I mean? I don't mean to be evasive to their privacy, but it's just like, yo, I'm courtside. Like, you know what I mean? I want to see everything. And it just so happened I'm quickly coming down. He's chirping in the background. Stop crying. I got it on video and all that.
But I mean, it doesn't sound that bad to me because I've been courtside a couple times, especially preseason. Preseason, you try to get the discounts to get really close and stuff. I've been up close and I've heard people say things, but like the way you describe it in that whole situation, like I've heard things said on the court by players and by fans alike. Even staff and stuff like that. There's been way more crazier than what you explained there, man.
And I think the narrative too, like I get it. Like sometimes in different cities, they say things that could be personal. But I ain't gonna lie, or racial or whatnot. But from my personal experience, I'm tending not to believe that, so to say. Because at these games, so to say, it's like we all together, different mixture of people. And if you say something crazy, it's like the whole crowd is gonna check you, so to say. So I think the players is getting too soft, man. So yeah, man, they called me mean. TNT, they caught me when he going crazy, come back. And I'm like, bro, he gonna come back. I'm gonna get kicked out. Then if he say something in the post game or they say something about the fans, I can't come back. And the thing that made me even more upset is that I'm a season ticket holder. So they don't know I sit in the 200s. But it's like, yo, I paid thousands of dollars to be here. So why does this staff member have the right to be like, yo, you say something, we kicking you out when I'm spending $7,000, $8,000, $10,000? Like, it don't make no sense.
Listen, I was about to say that because I mean your season ticket holder. So both instances was at MSG?
Yeah, both instances were at MSG. Yeah. The Montrez thing, he got up, man. He got it. He's a rowdy guy. So he had an issue before that. I looked it up, and I'm like, I showed my boy, and he forwarded me the video. He got fined $25K for cursing out a fan. So I guess I agitated him. I think when I said like you was fourth quarter on the bench like me, that really irked him. Like he really got up. He got up and he was ready, man.
Well, let me throw this at you. I was gonna ask you something about Obi too, because with the lights on, Obi all of a sudden can't shoot threes, but in practice he's knocking them down. Yeah. But I want to ask you about the Oakley situation. So like people are bent out of shape about Oakley and Spike, because they Oakley's quote unquote the heart and soul of the Knicks, and Spike Lee been a season ticket holder all these years, but then they quote unquote got disrespected. To me, if it makes me feel bad even more that somebody like you would get that treatment in the Garden. Because I mean, like at least like the security guards know you, the staffers got to know who you are. They got to know who Hoodie Vince is. Shout out to Greg Armstrong, because Greg Armstrong got a freaking mural on the wall somewhere. I mean, do you have one of those? Do you have one of those at the Garden?
Nah, that's Uncle G, man. I gotta get more years in the game, man. Uncle G and Chris, they both like 30 years. Like 30 years.
How many years you have though? You got to be close to that.
I'm a baby, man. I'm a baby, man. I'm like 7-8 years season ticket. Before that, I used to be a StubHub guy. I used to be the StubHub king. I would go to all the games StubHub, but not all the games. Certain games I didn't want to pay $300 for. Like when they played the Lakers or the Cavs or the Heat, when LeBron and all that, I didn't want to pay the $300-400. So then I jumped on the season ticket, wave. So now I got a long way to go, bro. I'm only 7-8 years in.
I mean, you sound like a freaking what do you call it, a civil service worker? Nah, man. I only got 8 years, and I'm a junior man.
I'm not pension yet. No pension.
Yeah, you don't got your pension yet. I mean, technically you're almost vested. So after 10 years they're gonna start respecting you in there? You be in there for 10 years?
Hopefully, man. It all depends, man. It's controversial, man, because my boy I go with. Some people feel like they don't do enough for the season ticket holders, but I'm a devil's advocate guy. Like the lady on my rep told me it's like 600 season ticket holders. So I don't know if she's telling the story or not, but I'm inclined to believe it's somewhere in the middle.
Right.
So a lot of people do this, and so I mean, you would think a lot of people know me, but a lot of people don't be knowing me, honestly. A lot of people are not really into the vintage thing and whatnot. So I feel like I need to get a little bigger.
They don't watch the Knicks. How many commercials have you had? Yeah, at least 2, right? At least 2 official Knicks commercials.
Yeah, I had one uncredited commercial too. People don't know on the low. When they did the little Christmas thing, and they would just show like the trees and all that.
Right.
Yeah, when I did the little Christmas thing. Yeah. Okay, I used my job. My job they had a big Christmas tree. I just put a gift. I had a person help me and all that.
Right.
So yeah, low key I had an uncredited one, and I got the regular one, that the fandom one, and I got one on YouTube too. When MSG came, they did a whole fandom thing. It's like a 2-3 minutes. So yeah, a couple times. It really started about 6-7 years ago.
Right.
My boy used to make fun of me too, like, because there was a 17-game win season, and I used to wear all this Knicks stuff. When we lose, man, he like, take all that nigga off, man. Take that stuff off, man. And I'm like, nah, yo, this is it, man. This is gonna get us noticed too. Watch. And then I was going around taking a picture, and he took a picture. It ended up being on the jumbotron outside, and in the New York AM, one of those, the free paper to give out.
Right.
The free paper. This is like 2015. That's when it really kind of started. Like,
right.
Getting noticed and whatnot. So yeah, couple with Stephanie Simone, the news clipping. Shout out to my man Anthony MSG too. He plugged me on I think it was the Post. Yeah, the Post. Right. The Post. So they did something during the playoffs, like the fans lucky, like your lucky charm or whatnot. And my thing was just, wearing different outfits. Like I don't wear the same outfit. Like I don't wear the same jacket, hat, even sneakers. I won't wear the same thing in the season and whatnot. So that was like my little lucky charm thing. I feel like it's bad luck if I wear the same thing.
I mean, that's crazy, man, because it's like 40, literally 41 home games, right?
Yeah.
You literally don't wear the same thing for 41 games. So you got 41 pairs of sneakers?
I got 41. I got more than 41 pairs. It's so bad that I have other Knicks sneakers that I don't even want to wear them. Like I'll be rocking the Ewing so much. It's kind of like part of my like fake branding, so to say. Like say for example, like I used to be a big foam posit and flight posit guy, right? So remember the bug eye flight posits, the Allen Houstons?
Yes.
I got the Allen Houston bug eye ones. And I got Allen Houston jersey. I want to wear it. But it's like, I'm kind of like a Ewing guy. So I want this Ewing deal, man. I need this Ewing deal. So like I got a bunch of flight posits, foam posits, dunks, Nick colors, all that. But I just kind of be sticking with the Ewings, man. I got about like 50 pair of the Ewings.
Yeah, man. The one thing about this whole social media thing and this whole experience that I'm having with Diehard Knicks, like I feel like a lot of people that don't deserve it are getting the shine. Are getting the attention and stuff like that. Don't necessarily deserve it. They're really just like kind of just doing stuff just for the shock value of it, just to be a part of the moment rather than part of the culture. You know what I'm trying to say? So I mean, like just to hearing your story about your experience at the MSG where they had to tap you to tell you to stop. They should have tapped the the opposing team. Said, listen, man, that is a season ticket holder. He's been with us for 8 years. This guy, we vouch for him. We vouch for him. If he continue, we'll give him a warning. But we're not gonna be like, yo, one more time and you out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Like this. Like I don't understand how that can even happen. Because my thing with this whole Diehard has a friend stuff. Me and you have a good rapport with each other. Like every time I see you, it's all I love to see you, man. You know what I'm saying? You're like for me, you're like one of the stars. You're the stars of the Knicks, man. So when I see you, it's like I saw like Larry Johnson or something like that. You're my Larry Johnson at this point in my life. You are my Larry Johnson, man. So
I gotta play like him. I appreciate it. I wish I played like him. I appreciate it.
Yeah, but I mean, to me, for Knicks fans, the spotlight needs to be on the right people, man. I think the spotlight should be on you, man. So, if anybody, if MSG will look, or even from the Ewing situation here, like man, you guys are targeting the wrong people. My man Hoodie Ventures definitely needs freaking he needs a Patrick Ewing commercial, man. If anybody's letting people like, how I knew Patrick Ewing was back because of you. Because I saw you wearing the Ewings. I said, oh shit, this guy got all these Ewings. So that made me look for it. And then I said, oh snap, Ewing came back. So I went and started copying my own stuff, man. So
what's up, man? I appreciate that. Yeah, man. As a kid, man, my pops used to buy me nothing but Ewings, man. And one of the things too, he was being conservative, man, with the pricing, man. Remember, Ewings didn't cost as much as like some of the other stuff. I got a quick story about that. One time they had at school. Remember, they used to have like the little book drives and all that, and you could buy stuff, right? So they had a poster. They had poster, right? So Nick poster, and I like Charles Barkley. I used to love Charles Barkley, right? So I think I bought a Charles Barkley poster, Charles Barkley something, right? So and then tell you how I used to wear other sneakers and all that, right? So one day I'm out with my dad. This had to be like 12 years ago, right? And I had the Barkleys on, right? The Barkleys, CB4, CB34s, CB4, whatever it's called, right?
Right.
And my pop's not really a big sneakerhead, man. He just only wears Clyde Frazier's, the Pumas. That's the only sneaker I've ever seen my dad wear, right? So I'm walking around with the Barkleys, and he's like, "Oh, I see you finally got them." I'm like, what? What you talking about? Got what? The Barclays. It must have been from the poster or the book or something like that. You remember? Because all I used to wear was like, the Ewings, and I kind of transitioned, back to that or whatnot. Yeah. So he used to buy me the Ewings. They were cheap, cheaper. Not super cheap, but they were cheaper than these other brands of sneakers. He didn't want to buy the Barclays because they was like $150, something like that, $100.
Yeah, close to 200. Yeah, some of the Barkley brands. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, I see you finally got him. So that kind of contributed. Plus, he was a Knicks fan too. My pops been kind of MIA on the Knicks, man. He's one of the people. He got mad when they traded Oakley.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, he was so mad. Like,
they traded Oakley. He was mad they traded Oakley, but was he mad when we got to the finals in '99?
Nah, but I don't know. I don't know why he was so invested. I gotta ask him why he was so invested in Oakley, man. I don't know. I think he just represented that hard blue collar worker, Oakley.
Yeah.
Man. He was tight.
People just got attached to certain players, certain eras and stuff like that. But I made a point. I was making a point in a couple pods before that people talk about the bomb squad. Oh, we should have never traded Rod Strickland, Miles Jackson, all that stuff. But the bomb squad was 89, but then we went to the finals in 94. Yeah. So in 94, nobody was talking about 89 anymore. It was about 94 and then the finals. Same thing with the 99 team. From 94, that 94 team looks way different than the 99 team. And people love Starks, they love Ewing, they love Mason. That 99 team had none of those guys.
None.
Which is just Ewing. Ewing's the only common denominator.
Yeah, man, 94, man. That's the one sports moment I still get sad, man. I was a little kid, man. I was like 7. And I remember, you ever seen that movie? Remember Crooklyn?
Yes.
Remember Crooklyn? I was kind of like that, the character, man. So I didn't get to go to the game and nothing like that, obviously, but I had to go to bed. Remember the finals games start at like 9 o'clock. They've been starting at like 8:30, 9 o'clock forever. That was like my bedtime. So they let me stay up to halftime. They're like, no, you gotta go to bed. I'm like, yo, you can't let me stay up. I'm like first grade, second grade. So I went to sleep. I woke up super early. My older sister, is blasting the news. You can hear it in the whole house, blasting the news. The Knicks lost, man. I sat in my bed, I was crying, man. I didn't want to go to school that day. Like that game, I still remember, like I'm still hurt. Like yo, they didn't let me stay up, but they kind of saved me from myself, man. That was so traumatizing, man. 5 o'clock in the morning, she's just trolling me, blasting the news, the Knicks lost.
Well, could you imagine me, man? I was in high school at that time. That was my sophomore year in high school. So at that time, I got my people. So at the time, it was either you was with the Knicks or you was a Jordan fan, Chicago Bulls. So we lost in the finals '94. Now I got to go to school. You know what I'm saying? So it was like as soon as you go to school, you talking about hoodie vintage, you throw the hoodie on, and you just gotta be like, you just gotta take it. You know what I'm saying? So
that happened to me those days, man. That happened to me in 2000. 2000. So 2000 when we lost to the Pacers, man, I was tight about it. I'm still tight about that series too, because I think we were down 0-2. Ewing got hurt. We won the next 2 games, move a faster pace. Then we lost the next 2. I was a little mad at Ewing because I feel like he didn't take that backseat. Long story short, I went to school. As soon as I get to my locker, they got the paper posted on my locker.
Damn.
They got the paper posted at 9 o'clock. And they just all gathered around me. Bro, that one hurt too, man.
Yeah, man. The thing about that era, man, talking about 89 and all that stuff, that's 13 years, man. Yeah. So a lot of these new Knicks fans, they get so hyped up about RJ Barrett, play the kids and all sort of stuff. They it's not their fault. You know what I'm saying? But they weren't there for the times for the 13 years. It was 13 years. I went from being like a baby, a kid, to being a freaking grown ass adult where I can actually pay my own way to the game. That's how long that winning streak. But people you can't really fathom that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You go from peeing in the bed to doing what you do as an adult and stuff like that. That is a long time, man.
It is.
So, yeah.
It's a lot. That's why I was saying with the new. I think Kevin Durant kind of hinted at it, like to his age bracket and a little younger. The Knicks haven't really been relevant. And I know it pains us to say that, but a lot of if you're in your 20s or teenager, you haven't really known the Knicks for winning. So to say, but I still remember them as a kid, like always making the players. Like that was the thing to do. Like the Knicks. Like I remember one time my pops took me to go see Eddie with Whoopi Goldberg. This gonna sound corny, but it's a true story, man. When they went to the park, when Stacey Patterson went to the park, and it was Starks and them and Mason, man, somebody in the crowd got in Bay Plaza, AMC Theater. Somebody in the crowd got up and said, "That's the real Knicks." The whole crowd started clapping in the movie theater. Yeah, during the movie, dude got up and clapped. Yo, I'm a little kid, and I'm just like, damn, it's the Knicks right here. Like this is what it is.
Yeah. It like I was saying, shout out to Jay Boogie's in here. Shout out to the chat. Thank you for popping in here. I'm enjoying the conversation I'm having with Hoodie because like I said, shout out to Jay Boogie. Jay Boogie, I look up to Jay Boogie too. But just having Vintage to talk to him right across from a screen here. This is a treat for me here, man. So thank you guys for popping in here, and I hope you guys are enjoying this conversation I'm having with Hoodie here, man. Because I mean, when it comes down to this Nick culture and stuff like that, it's a culture. It literally is a culture. It's just not a thing. That's not a moment. This is a freaking culture. Outside of winning and losing, once you go through that period of losing a lot, that you realize that how much you actually love and are invested in this damn team and stuff. So I think there's something like that needs to be passed on to the young guys for them to understand. So that's why it's so important to have guys like you, to get your experiences, whatever, so people can hear it. But listen, I got the same experience, and then the young guys were like, damn, all these old guys keep saying the same thing. Yes, we're trying to tell you.
Trying to tell you what it is, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You say passing on to the future. I don't got no kids, right? And I got vintage stuff waiting for my son. Knock on wood. I got vintage stuff waiting for my son in the Knicks cave right now.
Hey, listen, man, I'm telling you, I got two sisters, man. If you're interested, I tell you once before. It's like, I'm ready to hawk them off to the nearest bidder, man.
We have a Knicks wedding, man. Knicks wedding. Everybody had a jersey underneath. Everybody wear Ewings.
Yeah, that would be some fly shit. Speaking of that, man, there's a couple things I want to talk about, man. But like I said, when Knicks fans get together, we could talk for hours and hours and hours and hours. But this is Ewing's here. You don't have any gear ready, so I just want to show you some pieces that I have.
Okay. All
right, and there's something special about this box here, about this particular sneakers that I need your opinion on, man. So anyway, here it is. Here, I won't tell you the name of it of this one. I'll just show them to you. So here they go. Here, I wore these to the game a couple times too. I don't know if you can see those.
Ooh, yeah, I got those in my babies right there. I like those. You can wear those like anywhere, sort of say. Like those could be Knicks, but you can wear them anywhere. People don't. I'm pretty sure people complimented you on those too.
Absolutely,
I like those.
But one thing about them, they're extremely comfortable too. That's the big thing about these. But let me show you this. Have you ever seen that before? Look at these. Can you see that there? That little indentation there?
Yeah, I never noticed that.
You saw that?
Yeah.
That's a defect. They sent me a defect. And I was so pissed. So I sent them an email. I said, listen, man, you guys sent me a defect
I see it.
there. And they was like, all they said was send it back then. That's literally what the email said. Send it back then. Like that. I was like, where? It fucking hurt me. It hurt me so bad, man. They did that.
Yeah, man. The guy that runs it, man. He's not one of us, man. We DM each other. He's not one of us. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
Yeah, I can tell. But listen, man. If you know the guy, they literally at least give you the 33% discount code. Put in hoodie. Type in hoodie vintage and get 33% off or something like that. At least, at least for the culture, man.
Yeah, I wish, man. I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true. I heard that there's a Kyrie dude that's like it's sponsored by Kyrie and all that by doing a kind of similar thing. So hopefully we can put it in the air, man.
I'm telling you, it's in the air now. Check out these. What do you think about these?
Those are fly. Them felines. I used to have felines too, man. I used to have the Grand Hills, man. I had the Grand Hills. Did C-Web have felines too, right?
I believe so. Well, C-Web had a bunch of kicks, man. He had the Dadas. He had mad stuff.
Yeah, I had the Grand Hill. Those is nice.
Yeah, these are the stack houses.
Nice. Yeah, the stack houses, Jerry Stack.
But in mixed colors though, that shit is dope.
Yeah, those is L right there.
Yeah, man. I wore those to Atlantic City to nothing but Knicks, right? They had a draft party or whatever. Draft party.
It was nice, right?
Yeah. Check. I got a bunch of them. I'll try to get them as quick as possible. But you got these?
Nah, man. I don't got the
Knicks
slip slides. I need those. I've been looking for Knicks Converse. I need those right there, man.
Yeah, Knicks slides and stuff, man. They had them for like when I got them, I think I got them for like $20, man.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so I think regular prices.
I got Knick ties though. I got a Knick tie. One day I'm gonna do my Clyde thing, man. I need a Knick blazer, man. I might need those kicks to go with it.
Okay. Well, these kicks here, I actually wore. These are the PG 2s.
Nice.
And it's supposed to be the what do you call the Oklahoma City colors? But I mean, come on, man. That's all Knicks all day. But I mean, the bottom is dope.
So you ready for the season? So you ready?
Man, I'm not like you. I'm not like you, but I got my little stash. So I'm kind of like showing off my little thing here. But I actually played in the Garden with these. Anthony MSG always has those get-togethers.
Yeah.
I actually played in the Garden with these, man. So
nice.
I'm gonna keep these forever.
Yeah, those ill, man. I gotta step my game up, man. I got another show. My tech is shaky, but we here though, man. I gotta step it up after this.
All right, I got two more, man. So I mean, let me show you this one. This one is pretty cool because these are the shell toes, but you see they're like two-tone, got orange and blue on each side.
I never see the two-tone like that. Where you get those from Adidas store?
You never see that?
Word. Nah,
Look at that. Yeah, man. I think I might have worn them one time, but I'm afraid to wear them because they so crispy.
Yeah.
So I don't want to mess them up. So I don't think I'll ever wear them unless you get married to one of my sisters. Then maybe we'll see.
Those are good kicks right there. Those are good wedding kicks, man. Everybody can wear it comfortable. It won't be too much controversy. You know, with the Ewings, the chicks ain't gonna want to wear the Ewings, man. Even though they got a new female line, they ain't gonna want to wear those. Or the Pumas, pull out some Clydes, or you pull out some RJs.
Nah, I'm pulling out the Clydes. I'm pulling out the Clydes.
Pull out some Kevin Knox.
Yeah, I can't mess with RJ. This is a classic, orange and blue ones. Nothing too special about that, but that's like the last one I had to show you.
Yeah, I got a couple of Nick Color Clydes too, man. I got some Nick kicks too, man. I just be wearing the Ewings, man. I feel like it's my look, man. But I might have to switch it up for you, man. I might have to bring some of the other Nick kicks out, man. I got the sheets. I might throw that on the shit. When we maybe when we play Portland, I'm trying to like wear players and coordinate with like when they play for both teams. But sometimes I'll be on the go, man. So it'd be hard to like think in advance, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna try to plan things out, so to say.
Yeah. My favorite kick that I've seen that you have, and it's in my size, that I keep forgetting about it, is the freaking the Kobe Crazy 8s in the Knicks colors. Man, those are freaking crazy, man.
Yeah. I got a couple. I remember I got the Shumperts, I got the splatter ones, and I got the regular Knicks color ones. I might have let them go on the Etsy, man. It might be I might have blessed somebody, man. I might have let them go, man. I think the ones you're talking about, I let them go, man. Not even for that much either, man. I like to spread the love, man.
Yeah, that's what I appreciate too. So I mean, I have your Etsy thing on the screen there. This is off my phone, ladies and gentlemen. So this is some of the things that he has for sale. You can see some of the prices there. I mean, not for nothing, for old pieces and stuff. Like I like for this Ewing jersey, vintage 80s jersey, $200. I mean, that's not that bad. Yeah, like this right here. I mean, come on, this you got to have.
You need that. You see them stars too, man. Them 5 stars, man. So I got all sizes. I got kids. Kind of started from my hoarding stuff, and then being on lockdown. I'm like, I got all this stuff. I mean, I can't wear kid sizes no more. So a lot of it now is buying, trading, selling, flipping, whatnot. So yeah, even though I'm known for Knicks, like I got other New York teams too. I got Rangers. I got a little bit of Islanders, a little bit of Mets, Yankees, Jets, Giants. So yeah, I'm sticking with New York. And the ironic thing I'm thinking about it now is when they did a little MSG YouTube commercial thing and all that. I was a marketing major, so I went to Virginia State, and I was a marketing major, right? So I had entrepreneurship class, and I lied. God strike me if I'm lying. My paper was on making a Knicks store. Like that was my paper. It was like 13 pages, copy and pasting, mad graphs, all that. So I wanted to make a store that's exclusively just Knicks. Because at the time, the NBA store was popping, but the Knicks section was shaky. I remember. My professor gave me a C, man. Might have been a C minus, man. I was tight. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about, man.
Well, was he a Knicks fan? He might not have been a Knicks fan.
I don't think he was a Knicks fan, man. I forgot his name. Yeah, it was a Virginia, man. He probably like, the Wizards or something like that. They gave me a C, man. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, and it's just full circle how this is coming along, man. Because this ain't really like, even though I talked about that, it wasn't something I was thinking about. I just like going to the games, wearing stuff. When they put me on that lockdown, when I couldn't come outside and I was shooting around and they took the rims down, I'm like, I got to do something. So I started taking pictures of all the stuff and putting it up. Yeah, things is blossoming and, just, connecting with the rest of the Knicks crew. It's all love, man. I feel like even when I meet somebody for the first time, I feel like it's distant cousins. You know what I mean? It's like this diehard stuff is real,
Yeah, man, definitely. So I really want people to really open their eyes and support the people that need to be supported, man. I think you're definitely you should be the top. You should be the top of the top person, man, that people will go to for different things, man. So listen, this is Esty, right? So to find his page, that is the exact wording what you have to put into it. Put in hoodies, vintage 1, and then you'll come up to a shop. He has 808 sales, 5-star reviews. You know what I'm saying? 594 pieces online right now that you could buy. Listen, man, the start of the season is coming. You still have enough time to get this stuff.
Get ready. I got some stuff in the car right now that after this I gotta go ship off and all that. And I got football stuff too for the Jets and Giants. You want to wear it to the game? I'm shipping it off, man. So yeah, I want to get everybody straight, for the season, man. And it's just all love, man. I'll be happy as hell when I see somebody wearing my stuff at the game too. We trying to take pictures with them and all that. Like, yo, just spread the love, man.
I'm trying to tell you. Listen, man, I tell Knicks fans on my pod all the time, we need to organize and stick together.
Yeah.
Like stop with the flash mob stuff. You're just trying to get the reaction out of it to keep the light on you. But it's not about that. It's a whole culture thing, man. We need to not, it's not even to the point of celebrating our leaders and stuff like that, but we just need to take more initiative in being leaders. And like I feel like everybody here, I am Jarrell, absolutely is always here. Everybody here, my man King Ribby, everybody, Eric L Beach, Eric L, right?
Yeah, my man.
Crazy Eric, man. That dude be everywhere, man. Opening night, that motherfucker is everywhere.
I gotta pop up at his events, man. I gotta pop up to some DJs, show him some love to see what's good. Get back on the game. It's getting cold. Gotta get back on the hunt out here, man. I need a Knicks chick, man. So E, help me out. Both of y'all E's help me out.
Listen, man. Well, anyway, you're more than welcome to come here as well. And then like at the same thing too. Like if you're thinking about going to Eric L's beat, you need a wing guy. Hit me up and see what I'm doing, man. Because I feel like even like Eric L Beats, he's a good DJ, man. Really good DJ. Knicks fan and stuff like that. So support our people. Support the guys, because like they always say if you find a Knicks fan, like if you're gonna like a female, if you're gonna find a guy, find out if they're a Knicks fan, because then you'll know if they're gonna be loyal to you or not and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That is a real thing. That is a legit thing.
You be seeing the memes too. When my man posted one the other day, like they was how women be questioning dudes' loyalties. They're like, yo, I got the same team for 30 years, the same barber for 15 years. Don't question my loyalty. It's not me, it's you.
Yeah, I just had a guy, Savvy D, from the MBK network and stuff. He was saying that he drives because he lives in Florida. He drives from one part of Florida where he is in now to drive all the way to Miami just to get a haircut, just because of the loyalty that he has. But the only person that's gonna do that is a Knicks fan, man. The only Knicks fans do that.
We stuck through Sasha, Lance Thomas, Lou Amundsen. I hope I'm saying it right. Number 16 to 17.
Yeah, Amundsen. Yeah.
We had my boy Galloway. We stuck through some tough times, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Tough times, man.
But we got to go through the tough times to get to right now. So right now, what's your thoughts on right now, the right now Knicks? What do you think is going on right now with the Knicks?
I'm optimistic, man. I'm optimistic, a little realistic on realism as well. So I'll be happy with a plan. Hopefully we could get a 6 seed. I think it could go left or right, honestly. I'm not the biggest Tibbs guy, but playing devil's advocate, as we talked about. I'm not the biggest Tibbs guy, whatnot, but I could kind of see a little bit of more structure, so to say. Like many people, I want more of the youth movement, so to say, but I understand the political and politics, that come into play, so to say. Like some people want Randall off the team, not playing. He's making $30 million a year. Like, he was, in most improved player 2 years ago. So it ain't just going to happen like that. You know what I mean? So I'm just hoping for a more even plateau thing. I don't know how realistic that is, honestly. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Tibbs is what he is. But I'm hoping for around 44 wins, 44, 38, maybe 45 and 37. I'll be hyped, man. Hopefully we could win 2 playoff games, man. You see what happened when we won 1. It was a parade outside. So hopefully we win 2. Imagine we win the series, man. We might throw the confetti out there, man. But I'm hoping 44, 45. I know on paper it looks like 6 teams are better than us. We probably be jockeying with the Bulls. The Hornets going to take a step down. Atlanta. But I'm hoping that one of the teams at the top, like maybe Brooklyn, doesn't improve that much because they still lack a little depth at the 5. So I'm hoping that even Boston with the Ime situation. So maybe one of them teams take a drop. Even Miami. Like I love Spoelstra as a coach. But if you look at that team on paper, it don't scream like top seed, so to say. So I'm hoping teams is jostling around the 44, 45, and maybe we could be right there in the mix, so to say.
Yeah, I agree with you. That Miami team, they're built on effort. A lot of the stuff is effort and teamwork and stuff like that. So one little couple things going on in the roster that can mess that up. You're talking about Oladipo. He thinks he's going to start, but then they paid my man there, so that you cause conflict there. Yeah. It could go left. It can go left really quick. Like you mentioned, Boston, Charlotte. Also, they have that dude Miles Bridges. They had the problem with domestic violence and stuff like that. So he's technically not signed. So that could cause a rift as well. So many different different variables happening out there. So I mean, right now the Knicks don't have nothing going on.
No,
The worst thing is like, oh my God, can Julius Randle play the team game?
oh,
That's a basketball problem. You
no.
know,
Is Cam gonna play some minutes? And that's not really like, we could win without him, so to say. So yeah,
yeah, it's a
right.
basketball problem.
Yeah,
So now that's what I love about this time now, because we can now focus and talk about basketball rather than talking about fictional stuff or talking about something that's in your mind, a
yeah.
narrative, something that
Mhm.
we can get rid of those two things and actually focus now on the game, talk about basketball again.
Yeah.
And that's what got me hype about this
Yeah, I'm
whole
hyped
point.
too, man. I'm hyped too. New season. Hopefully, it could go right or left. Like we could surprise people, be fourth, fifth seed, or we could be 10th seed. You know what I mean? Or even 11th if them other teams. If Chicago, I think Chicago a little light in the bottle. They kind of was us with the fourth seed with DeRozan.
Yeah,
He's a 12, 13 years to have a career year. I'm hoping it don't happen. No shade, but for our sake, I hope he doesn't, replicate that and whatnot. So I mean, it could go left or right, man. It could go
yeah,
left or right,
definitely.
man. But
So I
hopefully,
mean,
right way.
what was your first impressions of that preseason game? Because I do live watch along, so I did the
Yeah,
whole game this time. So you can watch it in the beginning. I got, technical difficulties in the beginning, but then once the game started going on, I started losing my mind. Like the first,
yeah,
I think the end of the first quarter and like the whole second quarter, I was tweaking
yeah,
on live on screen right here, going crazy because to me I was enjoying what I was seeing because it's stuff that I've been begging for guys to improve. I felt like they were
yeah,
doing it, so
yeah.
I was like tweaking, man. So were you tweaking like me, or were you
Brunson,
reserved?
Brunson. I'm a little reserved, man, but Brunson, I love his footwork, man. I've been on the Brunson trains last year, man. I was watching all them Dallas games, hoping like yo. Plus, I don't think we get the pick this year. We get it next year. So Dallas has always been, Dallas Knicks and all that. So I check out my boy Frank Hobb. You know what I mean? So I've been
Yeah,
watching Brunson for a while, man. I just love his game, man. I just think he brings a certain level of professionalism and leadership. And I'm thinking we need somebody that can challenge Julius, so to say.
right.
Not in a clash, but Julius got a little big headed, being most improved player and whatnot. Like, who's really gonna challenge him? I think Rose even alluded to it. Is like he wasn't playing, so how's he gonna be, that leader? I know you've seen that clip recently where he kind of took the
Yeah,
shot and Randall was there. And I feel like Brunson could be that steady general, sort of say, that can get things in the order, sort of say. I'm
yeah,
kind of conflicted on who was gonna be 1A, so to say. Like, because Brunson looked like he's very skilled offensively. He's very skilled. So this may be his possibility where he could give us 18, 19, 20 a game. Like, do we want Randall to, continue and try to relive that most improved player with better efficiency? Or do we want to give the keys to RJ and, of course, improve his efficiency as well? So I'm still like, I don't know. I think Tibbs, we got to like kind of define that role, so to say. I know it's like the elephant in the room, but like,
yeah,
who's going to be closing our games for us? Like, who's the closer, so to say? But I'm
yeah,
very optimistic though, because I feel like we got somebody that could kind of check Randall, so to say. And then we got the depth. So hopefully Tibbs continues with his 10-man rotation. I want him to rotate a little quicker. The whole playing dudes, the whole quarter. I hated it. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping, like regular coaches be subbing 6-7 minutes in the game. Sometimes even earlier than that.
yeah,
So like say for like with Fournier, I know it's controversial. Fournier, we need to shoot in, but the defense is. So say somebody like Fournier, you could sub him out in 4 or 5 minutes. I think he would kill coming off the bench, honestly. But let's say you want to have him as a starter, spot starter, whatever you want to call it, right? You could sub him in quick and sub him out quickly, get Grimes in there, Cam in there, and have Fournier feast on that second unit. So I don't want this complacent coaching, or I forgot the term they call it. You know what I mean? Where he just sticks to his regiment, so to say.
well, he coaches like an overlay.
Yeah,
Like shout out to these podcasts and stuff like that. This is Tom Thibodeau right here. I put his face on the Joker thing. That's an overlay. That's how he
yeah,
coaches. He coaches, okay, I'm playing this team. Here's the overlay.
yeah.
I'm playing this other team. Here's the overlay. It's the same overlay for the different teams. You can't
Wow,
coach like that.
you
You know,
can't.
with the roster that we have, like you mentioned, we have so many not necessarily great. We don't have great players. The great is used too much, but we have a lot of good players. You can go 10, 12 deep. So
Yeah,
just pull the guys out. Like if
yeah.
you're gonna start Fournier don't have, like you said, don't have to play 10 minutes or 12 minutes straight. He could play
Mhm.
4, then bring Grimes in or bring Cam in. Just get these guys coming in and out. Let them the whole be ready thing. I'm with
Yeah.
that. Let like everybody be ready because everybody's involved. Everybody's gonna get a chance to play. Because that's how we're gonna win with
Mhm.
that power. I think that's a superpower that we have on this roster. The
Yeah,
depth.
yeah. The depth, yeah. So I don't know though, man. Looking at way Tibbs has done it in the past. I mean, like we all want Obi to play, but I mean, realistically, Tibbs always want to play two bigs. You know what I mean? He's not going to go small. So I'm like, what's the best case scenario? 15 minutes, 16 minutes at that? Like, I can't see him playing Jude Randle in less than 32. It's really probably going to be 35 again. 34, 35. 34 is like nice. Like, he usually keeps it around 35. So I'm like, I don't know how this is going to play out. You know, the whole Cam stuff. You know, we got too many guards. I mean, I don't want to be negative, but it's like somebody's going to be unhappy. And if he continues doing the same thing, even it's like IQ, we don't want IQ to take the next step, right? But I mean, how much business is going to be there? You know, he's going to play Brunson at least 32. I'm thinking more like 35 again. I think the key is Fournier. How is he going to distribute his minutes? Like, if he cuts it down to like around 25, maybe, you know, IQ could get some time. And we haven't even factored in Grimes. How much is he going to play Rose? Like, is he really going to play Rose 13 minutes a game, 15 minutes a game? Or is he going to keep playing them 20, 25 minutes? Like, playing him 5 minutes the other day, is that the start or something? Like, well, we didn't really need him, or is that really just you know what I mean? Let the other guys play. It's preseason. We're gonna need you regular season.
Yeah.
So I want to see how the minutes play out, man.
Yeah. One thing about the minutes too, like a guy that nobody talked about is Deuce McBride. You know.
Yeah.
He came in there like a hand grenade. The last game he had like 6 steals or stuff.
Yeah.
So you know we have a lot of weapons. You know that he can just go to it at any time. So listen, okay, yo, we need some defense. Yo, Deuce, hit it. You know what I'm saying? Play 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, mess things up one time, take them out. You know, put somebody else in. You know, you have to utilize. He's gonna have to be like Ash from Pokemon. You gotta just throw Pokemons out there. Let's doing what he does.
Word. I'm with you on. I'm a Deuce guy too, man. I like Deuce too, man. I just think it's a numbers game, man. Yeah. Ironically, we probably gotta consolidate some of our guys. We got one too many players, so to say, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, is that going to be Fournier? Is that going to be Cam? And I think the way you think at it, everyone has these different attributes. Yes. Like, we need Fournier shooting. Like, he's an elite shooter. I know we don't like him, but he's an elite shooter. You see, remember that Boston game? You know, he go crazy on Boston, but just his shooting spaces the floor. But then on one hand, it's like, yo, I don't really want RJ at the 3. I prefer him at the 2. I feel like his bag is a little limited, but his strength, he could overpower guys like a running back, straight left hand, you know, every time. Or the other game he posted up. I feel like that's the key component. If you put him at the 3, he's going against dudes his size or even bigger. And then, like, do I want Brunson and Fournier in the backcourt defensively? So I feel like we got one too many, you know, one extra player. I don't know who we get rid of, though, because Cam got the athleticism. I'd rather Cam start at the 3, but sometimes he goes into his N1 step back, you know, bad shots and all that. So I'm like, will he concentrate on the 3-and-D kind of role when he got a little bit more to offer? So it's like,
he excited me when he came in, though. When he came in the game, and he had some really good minutes when he first popped into the game. I felt like the game changed a little bit once he got in the game.
He did. He took that one bad shot, man. I'm surprised. I think it was regular season Tibbs would have took him out. A little step back. All the players do it now. You know what I mean? Especially at the Bucks. A little step back. It's like some people think it's a travel still. A little step back. You know what I mean? I thought Tibbs was going to pull him, man. I didn't even know. I was going crazy. I was texting my boy. I was complaining about Tibbs already. And he's like, he posted online like, yo, I'm in mid-season 4. I didn't even know at the game that he was hurt. I thought he took that shot. And I thought in the second half they didn't play him because of that. So I apologize, my boy JP. I apologize.
Yeah, no doubt. But this is my mantra right now.
The cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
You know, I play that almost every episode. The cream will rise, man. So, you know, all summer, Donovan Mitchell, you know, I'm quite sure you got your opinion on that. But we missed out on Donovan Mitchell. Big deal. You know, now we're moving forward. So, like you mentioned, the logjam. What do you think about getting Devin Booker? Because we could have got if Isaiah was here, we would have gotten Devin. Easily, right? Donovan Mitchell. Yeah. So I mean, leading towards the trading deadline, let's say if Phoenix having a problem with ownership, you know, Jay Crowder got beef. My man DeAndre Ayton looks like a spoiled brat, like somebody took his lunch money, over there. So they might have problems over there. So if they start losing, then we can go like this to Devin Booker, boop, because we did the same thing to Donovan Mitchell. So what do you think about him?
I don't know. I feel like I don't want to be negative, but I feel like the trade market has been altered ever since that Rudy deal. You know what I mean? And that Rudy deal is really reserved for like a KD in his prime. Like, I'm okay giving that up for like a KD, so to say. I don't even know what you would give it for LeBron, but a KD kind of player, so to say, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that the trade, like before 3 first-round picks plus some young talent could get you top-notch talent. You know what I mean? Say like a Drew Holiday. People thought that was an overpay. the 3 first-round picks and whatnot. But it turned out, to work well for them. So now teams want 4, 5, 6 picks. I'm like, I think Booker is better than Mitchell. So I'm like, I know it's comparable, but the size factor. So I'm like, I don't know if he elevates us to that level, so to say. It depends on what we have left, the pieces we have left, so to say. Like that deal, I'm kind of happy we didn't do that Donovan Mitchell deal because, was he a top 25 player, top 20 player? And the guy is great, but I'm like, how much better does he make us, so to say? Right. Like, I would love a Devin Booker, but I think that's where the factor in with the minutes distributed as well. Like, if we show that these assets have more value, then we will have to give up less picks, so to say. But I don't know how that play out when we have these roadblocks like a Randall in front of a Obi or whatnot, a Fournier in front of Grimes. So I would be intrigued by Devin Booker, but it all depends on the pricing, man.
Yeah.
It all depends on the pricing, man.
Yeah, there's so many different question marks that we have on the roster too. So I feel like, as the season plays out, we'll be able to answer them as the time goes on. So then the picture will be a lot more clearer, as far as who is available. And let's say like Randall, because when you was talking about Brunson actually waved off Julius a couple times yesterday.
I saw it.
which was dope. So if that can continue on and Julius can get used to that and he could develop, that part of his game now, then we might have something going on here, But if that doesn't work out, then now you could put Julius and some of these guys in a deal to try to make something happen. So it's all about that's why I don't like to lose and tanking and stuff like that. It's all about being in the mix, to give yourself always an opportunity to snipe, to snap on something when it becomes available.
Wow. Even when we tank, man, we ain't get the number 1 pick with KP. We still got 4th. We was 17 wins. I was there, man. That was miserable. We still only got the 4th pick. And then even when we tank with the RJ, we got the 3rd pick. We happy with RJ, but if we had Ja,
Yeah.
So like tanking really hasn't really worked for us, man. We kind of missed on Frank and Knox, so
yeah,
I'm not a
even
guy.
Yeah, even better. Say the KP draft. We got KP 7th? 4th, right? We got him 4th. But look who was in front of him. What if we got on Jahlil Okafor that year? We would have been sick, and he got drafted before.
I think a lot of Phil probably would have picked him too because he's an old school back to the basket kind of guy. So
yeah, we would have been sick. But that's a lot of Knicks fans are thinking in fantasy and stuff. But you got to get to the reality, man. The reality is you need to go to Hoodie Vintage SD account. Hoodie Vintage 1, and this is everything you need to know. There are 808 sales, 5-star reviews. You know what I'm saying? He's already about to go and make some deliveries now. Send stuff out for people.
I got like 5. I got like 5 deliveries, man. I just sold a Knicks jacket, man. A Knicks jacket, a varsity jacket, leather sleeves. I got to go in the crates and dig it out, man. Because I keep the jackets in the crates, man, the big crates. So I'm going to ship that off. And hopefully I'll see that person at the garden too. We flick it up and all that. Yeah, 808 sales, man. I just started 2022, man. So I made my first sale around January. So yeah, it's been doing well.
Well, this jacket here, I don't want to see it on your website no more because I can't get it because I broke my foot and I'm like, got to hold on to my reserves.
That's a kid size though, man. You put it on for the kiddies, man. It's a kid size. Just let you know.
Man, I'll put it on. I don't give a damn. It's a Knicks jacket. I'm gonna be rocking that, man. Rocking like a tank top or a halter top, man.
I got you, man.
I got you. 125.
I got you, man. I sold a couple of those too, man. I got some more stuff. I got to go to storage and post. So I'm constantly, man. I'm like a fiend, man. It's addictive, man. Just buying, trading. And a lot of people in the business community, we trade with each other. We buy, we sell. So it's really fun, man. It's like a hobby. It kind of pays for itself too. Not being cocky and none, but all this kind of pays for itself. Plus to see the people wearing the stuff, man. It's cool, man. It's definitely a cool thing. Yeah. So I got too much stuff, man. To hoarding, man. 500 and some items. I got like a couple more I got to post. I'm at like 600. So it could be a little bad business strategy. Like you make 30 sales, but you want to buy 30 more things. It's addictive, man, because there's so much Knicks stuff out there, man. I need it all.
But you need it for your soul, man. You need it you just need it for you. You just need it around you. The energy, because it's vintage stuff. So you have the old Knicks fans energy inside that's what's beautiful about it too, buying something vintage. Because that whoever had it before, they had that Knick energy in them. So when you take it and you put it on, now it's like you're putting on almost like the Iron Man suit. You know what I'm saying? Now you have double the energy. So the vibes with that is incredible.
You got me thinking. I gotta go check my pop stuff because it really started from wearing stuff, my pop stuff. So I got too big man, over the COVID, man. I'm too fat. I gotta lose like 30 pounds. But originally I used to be able to wear my dad's stuff. So I started in middle school and all that. So I'm a hoarder. He's a hoarder too. So when he was in his 30s, he had all his Knicks stuff. And then when he got like 40, he stopped wearing it. You know they put moccasins on. The moccasins and the Pumas. You know, the old people. He like 60 now, so he's not wearing none of that stuff. So I used to hit him up and like get his stuff. Like, yo, let me get that. Let me get that. Yeah.
Yo, be careful with that old people stuff, man. You're gonna be right there no time. You know, as time goes by like this.
I feel it now, man. I feel it in my knee, man. You got me inspired. I gotta go get some shots up, man. Let me get some shots up, man, in the next few weeks, man.
Yeah, man. I hope to inspire a lot of people, man, when they pop up on here. You know, they see Diehard Knicks or whatever, and then people like to watch on the replay, and I get a lot of feedback and stuff like that. So, you know, I hope to inspire people just to get back to the culture, man. You know, also to I hope to steer people in the right direction. Like I said, towards people like you. You got you know, the Hoodie Ventures here with me. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a movement, man. The movement of the culture is important to me. I know it's important to you. And like I said, you know, we just need to you know, really support each other rather than support the shock stuff that's happening. You know, the shock jock stuff that is happening out there.
You got me thinking too, man. You know what made me mad too? The shock culture, man, when we lost to the Hawks, when the Spider dude came out, the Spider-Man Crip dude, man. First of all, I'm a Marvel guy, man. Don't be missing this gang stuff with Spider-Man. You know what I mean? This guy was nowhere. Then he comes out when we lose, and I'm like, people getting riled up. I'm like, bro, get this dude out of here. This clown, man. Where's Hobgoblin at? Green Goblin. Get this Spider-Man dude out of here, man.
With the Hennessy bottle and all that other stuff, man. It's like culture vulture stuff, man. I get it.
The crazy thing too is that people was out there like really, you know, people, other platforms recording, like doing their thing, and the police removed everybody because of him. Like, so I kind of, you know, you made me, you know what I mean, think of brainstorm. I'm like, bro, that's crazy. I remember that too. I was pissed.
Yeah. So that's why it's important. We got, you know, for people like that, this dude, it's cool for the moment. But listen, man, remember who's the real. Remember are the real fans, who's the real people out there, and then, you know, support that, and also to keep it within yourself too. It's not about supporting other people. It's about the culture within yourself, man. You know, big yourself up. You know, big yourself up, and then, you know, and then once you do that, then you can see above the clouds, and then you can see what's real and what's not. You know, so
wow.
Yeah, that's important. So anyway, man, you know, I guess I'll leave you alone, man, because I know you're home, you're working and stuff. You got other things that you got going on and stuff. But like I always say on this channel, man, like whenever I have a guest on here, we can sit and just talk Knicks for like all day long.
Yeah, all day, man. I gotta fake going to the office at 1 o'clock. I gotta mail some stuff off, man. Yeah, I'll be here all day, man. But I gotta pay the bills to get some more Knicks stuff, man.
Well, I will say this, man. It looks like you like this. Like you like this podcast and stuff, man. So
I do.
If you like it and you want to pop in, all you got to do is hit me up. Hey, yo, you going on tomorrow? I'm free tomorrow. Listen, okay, I got this set up, especially for the games. Well, you're gonna be at the games, but you know, outside of that, if you ever want to come on, you know, you got an open door for if you want to pop in just to talk. Because I'm quite sure people enjoy hearing you talk, and you're a lot more eloquent than I am. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll be tweaking on this thing, man. But it's all the Knicks love, man.
I got a quick story before we jump off, man. Quick story. I don't think I'm that eloquent, right? But I fake the funk at work. You know what I mean? I be having put on the Clyde Blazers and all that, and working with youth and all that. So in college, another grandpa college story, man. So in college, I had this public speaking class, right?
Right. I
used to be terrified of speaking in front of people, right? So I used to get nervous. I was thinking what to do, like not show up to class. Come in drunk, like what? I'm nervous. I didn't know what to do. Like I'm in front of everybody. So long story short, we had an assignment where you had to talk about something that you love, right? I started talking about the Knicks. I went on a tangent like 20 minutes talking about the Knicks. I remember talking about the Pat Riley, Pat the Rat came back in the suit, 95, who in the crowd. So after the people in the my classmates were amazed, like, man, this guy got a good memory. You know what I mean? After the teacher pulled me to the side and was like, yo, you didn't necessarily do the assignment right, but I see you're opening up. You know what I mean? So that was kind of the Knicks kind of helped me, you know, speak and all that. So I'm like, oh, I can do this. I can do this. I'm talking about the Knicks. I can do this. So that's really how I started, man. True story, man. But it's definitely an honor and a privilege, man. And anytime, man, I definitely got to pop up more and show the love, man. We got to show love to each other, man. Knicks brothers, man.
Hey, word up. I'm telling you, I mean, my man Jarrell said it. Oh, he got the pod bug. That's what happened with Jarrell, too. Jarrell was, you just, well, he's been podcasting before. But now he's into the sports stuff now. He didn't see himself doing that. But now he got the bug too. He got Diehard Giants actually. And he's also doing another pod too with Steph from NBK, you know, Dope Soul Sports and stuff. So I mean, you know, it's an addiction to this stuff here, man. So, you know, like I said, you know, open door, man. You know what I'm saying? Come knock on my door before you knock on somebody else's. Okay.
I got you, brother.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, man. Yo, thank you for coming in. This is a treat for me, man. Like I said, we got to do this more often because I mean the last time that we did this was 2019.
Yeah,
Last time I saw you was like last
year.
season.
Yeah,
Last
wow.
season on a random, right? I think
Yeah,
I think Anthony MSG was doing something for his sister or something like that, or he had like a little like what he always does that at the
yeah,
bar.
yeah, yeah. It was somebody's birthday. It was somebody's birthday. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I think it was his birthday. I think it might
Okay, it
have
was
been
his
his
birthday.
birthday.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so he had a little get together. So that's the last time I saw you, man. So we got to make it a habit of not having so much time in between. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You're right. I gotta get it together, man. I get too caught up in the hustle and bustle, man. I forget
You're a
my
grown
Nick
man. You're a grown ass man. You ain't got time to be hanging out with some guy that calls himself Ebru,
Nah, man.
from Knicks thing.
Nah, I'll be happy I'll be around other Knicks fans, man. Because like growing up, they was Knicks fans, but it wasn't too many diehard fans. You know what I mean? They was, riders. They just, bandwagon. It was the Bulls, the Magic when they had Penny and all that. Once in a while, you get some Reggie lovers. So yeah, I'll be happy when I run across, Knicks fans. Of course, Jordan. Everybody loved Jordan. I hate Jordan to this day. I've never bought a pair of Jordans, and I will never. I got nieces, nephews. I am not giving that man my money. I don't even want to buy the Knicks jersey with the Jordan on it, man. I'm tight.
Yeah,
I might buy one and take the logo off, man.
Yeah, I'm with you on that too, man. Anyway, like I said, we about to go into another whole thing there, man. But like I said, you're welcome to come back anytime, man. And just go Knicks, man. This is Hoodie Vintage once again. Let me just put this up here one more time for people that weren't paying attention. Take a screenshot or something. This is his stuff here from SD. I think I might have clicked something, but anyway, you can see it right there on the top of the screen. Hoodies Vintage 1 on SD, 800 sales, 5-star reviews, 594 things to buy on there. And please support the culture. Please support real Knicks fans, man.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. You enjoy the rest of your day, and everybody else, man. Stay up, man. When we link, we're gonna link. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't be a stranger when you see this guy in the streets. He's gonna be the flyest guy out there. If you see somebody fly, it's probably this dude right here, man.
Only at Knicks games, only at sporting events, though. That's my thing. That's my costume, man. It's part of my little disguise.
Yeah, I got you, man. All right, man. So peace, everybody. Peace to the chat. I'll see you guys next time.